Welcome back, guys, to yet another episode in the 1 copper to 1 million gold series. I'm excited to be back. It's yet another week of glorious gold making, and as we always do, as the first thing that we check out for every episode is we go look at the mailbox. And as per usual, I did already take a little peek. I'm not sorry. Anyway, let's go look here. There is 111,876 gold in our mailbox. This is going on to be the biggest mailbox that we have had in the series so far. This is really exciting as for how much gold we've actually invested. There's a big return on a lot of the things that we have. We still have a couple things left on the auction house, so we'll go look at that. We have some more investing to do today, depending on what we do and what kind of things that we can get. That might be all, but we'll see. I don't want to make these episodes way too long because I want to have them in like smaller sizes so I can keep you guys engaged and keep you guys interested in what we have, but still make a way towards our goal. Now, as you can see here in our little mailbox, we have forest emeralds, which are like the gems that we got from farming serenite, so not or obsidian, one of the two. I think I don't remember, but it's some gems that nobody really cares about. We got a little bit of gold for it, so I don't mind that. And then we sold some of the obsidian bars. We sold some more there and there, so I'm pretty happy with these. As you can see, we got some really good prices for the obsidian bars. We've basically sold everything we have. We sold some titan steel bars as well, adamantite bars, corium bars. So and the fell steel bars, we sold 40 of those as well, and we sold one of the coin of many faces, and we sold the Ashara's veil and the volatile life. So a lot of stuff that we've been farming, we got that going, and then also some of the stuff that we've been flipping, we also got a good return on that. So let's collect this gold. I sent a message to this guy. I need a signature of 1,000 gold each, and I told him that I'm currently hanging out in the dwarven districts in Stormwind, so if he pops by, maybe I'll get 1,000 gold. Wouldn't mind that. That's something you guys can look out for. Sometimes people are very willing to give you 500, 1,000, a couple thousand gold to be able to sign their actual guild signatures. They need 5 of those just to get it done fast. So that's something you guys can look out for if you're starting out a new server. It's a nice little way to get some extra gold. So looking in here, let's start from the top. We have corium is actually not that cheap. We have fell steel bars. They're really low. 455 gold. Now that's way too low. Yeah. So you can see we've sold 67 for 702 gold each average, and you saw that we had those 40 in the mailbox. Those are obviously included in what we have here. So this is definitely way too low. I feel like we could definitely take this up. We can see the market value is 561, so this has been posted for a little bit. It's potentially been a big stack here, but we'll take these and we'll see if we can turn them around to the 700 gold instead, or at least the 600 gold. There's still a little bit of a roof. What else? We have obsidian bars are still very expensive, so we might go hunt for those a little bit, maybe check that out. We have fell iron bars, pretty expensive still. Eternium bars are really up there, so the fell steel bars were actually really cheap compared to what you use to make them. So it's good that we got those in. Elementium is still quite up there. Titanium ore is really cheap, and the titanium bars as well. We didn't get to sell that many titan steel bars. We still have 13 left, so we'll check that out, but this seems really cheap. There's a lot too. I even have mine posted up here, 125. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like this is worth it for us. because we already have a lot of gold in that, so we'll check out other markets first. But that is, of course, a potential, so we'll check that out. Fel iron ore, 33 gold, 34 gold actually, average for the ore. I feel like we could take all this. I'll turn it up to 70 gold. And it's currently posted for 210, which is a lot higher than it should be. But we've been able to sell it for pretty high prices. And if we do take this as well, we could turn some of it into fel steel, since fel steel seems to be selling for pretty decent prices. But like, we could try and post this for 149 gold, 139 maybe. I feel like that's worth it. Yeah. You know what? Okay, so what about the serenite ore? Actually, this could be turned into 60. We could make them for 60. I feel like that would probably would be worth it. We haven't actually been able to sell any of the serenite bars that we have, 380 free, which is a little sad, but it makes sense because they're pretty overpriced right now, and they were actually quite low for a while as well. So maybe we should hold off on those for now, but I'll take the fel iron ore because we've had success with this before. So we'll take this and turn it into some bars. What else do we have? Yeah, magnesite ore is actually quite down low on the cheap side. We could potentially take this and put it up to 6 gold 69. Because it's not that much adamantite ore, and people do buy this. It's not undesirable, and it wouldn't actually be that much we'd be putting into this. And then at that price, 6 gold 69. Let's see. The auction house cut off. It'd be 6 gold 35 silver. So it'd be like a little over 2 gold profit. I feel like that is worth it for like a smaller stack. Fiery cores, these are always super cheap. People don't really care about them too much, so I don't think we're going to be looking into those. Yeah, it's tough to say. I don't feel like we have anything else here. I feel like it mostly comes down to going out there and maybe farming a little bit. We could actually take a couple of these volatiles. They're pretty cheap. They're on the real cheap side. There's a lot of these here though. Yeah, we're not gonna touch these, but the water is a different case. But it definitely seems like obsidian would be our best case scenario, because we sold all the Ashara's Veil. We sold pretty much all of our obsidian bars as well. So I feel like that is our best case. There's also a lot here actually. And we could take these up to 1750. I don't know if that would be too much worth. That'd be like almost a 2 gold profit. We could try our way with volatile, see how they do on the server. Give it a fair shot. But other than that, there's not really that many things that are on the cheaper side right now. A lot of stuff is really out of stock actually. And there's not that much ore for us to look into either. So when it comes to that, I feel like we are on the right path. We did put a good chunk of gold in. We did invest like what, 55,000. So not too shabby, definitely a little chunk. So I wouldn't be saying that we didn't get anything. And we'll post these at 870 because of the low stock, we might be able to sell some decent amounts. We could also take this up to potentially higher, but I want to push my luck, so we are gonna put it at that. And then that price is also way too high. We could maybe start out at 29 or 30 gold. I'll post that there. And then we have the fel iron ore here. We'll turn some of it into bars. I don't want to turn all of it into bars because I want to give the opportunity for my, I mean, I guess I should pretty much just turn all of it into bars. I'm not going to turn all of it into fel steel bars because I want to hold on to what we have so far. Also, additionally, the actual Eternium bars were way too expensive. I didn't actually see the Eternium ore. I don't think that was way too cheap either. I think it was Yeah, turning more is 120, so it's not cheap either. Yeah, no. So we are gonna go out and we are going to farm some more obsidian, because we sold every single piece of obsidian that we had, and we sold all the volatile life and the Ashara's Veil and storm vines. So pretty much, or did we sell the storm vines? We pretty much sold everything from the obsidian gathering. We did sell them. So we're gonna go out there, and I'll report back to you guys in an hour. Alright, so we have now been out here for an hour. I realized that I forgot to tell you guys where we're going, and I wanted to just say it additionally one more time for the people that may jump into the middle of the series currently. We have been farming here before. This is not the first time that we've been here, but it is in Vashj'ir. It's in the shimmering expanse of Vashj'ir, and then it's right here on a little longer circle that you just will literally swim back and forth in between and collect all the obsidian ore and collect all the Ashara's Veil and all the storm vine. And I've now done that here for an hour, and we're sitting with 543 obsidian ore. We're sitting with 260 Ashara's Veil, 165 volatile life, and 264 storm vines. And it's all like pretty good amounts. I'm honestly pretty happy with the amounts that we got. I would have liked to see maybe a little bit more obsidian ore, but this amount is pretty much okay when we're also additionally farming Ashara's Veil, storm vine, and volatile life that we get from the actual herbs. But what we are going to do here is we're going to be smelting the obsidian ore and into obviously obsidian bars, and then when that is done, we are going to be posting it on the auction house. We're also going to be smelting, I think, maybe 100 of the fell iron bars, so we have some to try and see if they're going to sell at a particularly quite lofty price. It's all right if they do not sell at that price, because it'll be fine. We'll just wait until we potentially need it for fell steel. Hopefully we can also sell the fell steels that we actually got earlier when we invested in some things. Yeah, I will be back with you guys here in just a little bit when this is done smelting. All right, I am now done smelting the obsidian ore. We will make 50 of these, and then if they sell, I'll make more as we go closer to the next episode. But something I quickly wanted to say is I realized something smelting here. I forgot to use the Darkmoon Firewater. I bought these to use them while I go out and farm, and then the moment that I go out and farm, I forget to use this. I am very sad. I am disappointed in myself, but it's all right. It's all right. It's not really that big of a deal. It's just like a buy them and not use them. It's kind of sad, but it's all right. It's all right. Good thing is though, we can now happily put our obsidian bars up in the auction house, then a little bit of the fell iron bars as well, and then we have some of the other things here. We are pretty much just going to be vendoring these gems because they're too hard to sell, and the deposit costs are very high because the vendor sell on these are not super low. So we are actually just going to be getting rid of those, but we're going to be posting everything else. And then we're gonna check an extra time on the auction house if anything has moved in the hour that we have been out there farming, because that is a potential. So we want to give it a little look and see if there's anything that we can do. Let's see here. All right, obsidian bars, and we're not gonna post these at 268 gold. I feel like this is probably a little. You know what? We'll give it a try. I don't believe that these are going to sell at these super sky high prices, but it doesn't hurt trying. So we'll give it a little try. Oh, we sold 48 of the volatile water. That's nice for the 30 gold. So we basically made our gold back already on what we put into that. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, that's nice. And then we're looking through here. It doesn't seem like there's anything that we should be looking at. We have hardened elementium bars. They're right here. And they're actually not that expensive. So we can't really be doing too much around that. Something that I did talk about in the last episode was we wanted to get a little bit of elementium bar farming in, but we do not have a time for that currently, which is a little sad, but that is all right. We have put our gold towards a lot of stuff here. I'm pretty happy with what we have going so far. If we look at the amount that we have posted here, we have 425,000 posted, and you can also obviously see that the coin of many phases do a lot of that value, so it doesn't really. There's 11 on the auction house, so it's you know, 150,000 probably of it, but everything else counts toward the actual value. But I'm pretty happy with what we have currently, and what I think I will point out is the fact that maybe this week I'll try to get some farming done before we actually get to create the new episode, so we can get some more farming hours in, so you guys can see that we're going to be able to restock a little bit more. So for this next week's coming episode, we're going to be putting a lot more hours into farming, so we can try more markets and have some more fun. And it's probably going to be elementium ore, maybe some cobalts, and then we are also going to be trying our way with maybe some, actually, yeah, maybe we're going to try our way with some arcane crystals to see if they actually sell at these prices, because that price would be good. So in the next week's episode, it's going to be a very farm heavy episode. We are obviously going to be collecting our gold and seeing what we've made, but we're going to spend some extra time in the coming week's episode on going out there and farming. And then we're also obviously going to be remembering to use our firewater. But yeah, we're going to be using more hours next week on the whole farming scheme. It's a combination of, I don't want to make these videos too long, and I also don't want to put too much information into one episode, because I want to be very specific about what I'm trying to help you guys with. So next episode we are going to be more farm heavy than flip heavy, as we've been in the last two episodes, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. Anyways, I hope you guys had fun this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and it helped you out in some way. I'm pretty happy with the amount of gold that we've been able to get back from the stuff that we've farmed, but also that we've been getting some of the returns on some of the investments that we have made. Obviously, our Serenite adventures only really has worked for the Serenite ore and not the bar itself, which is really interesting. I don't really understand why, but we might have to lower the actual amount that we're selling it for currently on the auction house to see if we can sell some of them. But that is going to be it for this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya!